Hey, Jorey here with Hersher Consulting. I'm a trauma-informed life coach, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about guilt. Guilt comes up a lot when dealing with emotional trauma. Guilt comes up a lot. It's one of the symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, even depression, bipolar disorder. And this feeling of guilt it's caused by another symptom of emotional trauma, which is an inability to feel empathy for ourselves. And, for ourselves or for anybody for that matter, but specifically for ourselves, because when there's a situation where, especially as a first responder, military, somebody who has a passion for helping other people, when you are unable to perform to the level that you expect yourself to perform to, you tend to have this feeling of guilt, right? The guilt, again, comes from this inability to feel empathy for yourself. And so one of the exercises that I have my clients go through when they are trying to rid themselves of this feeling of guilt is to think of the situation that you are feeling guilty for. Once you are thinking of that, think about the feelings and emotions that you had, as well as the thoughts that you had, both during the event and right after. And once you have those clear, and you may even have to write them out, but once you have those clear, you need to actively practice empathizing with yourself for having felt that way and for having thought that way, because you were not wrong for how you feel. You're never wrong for how you feel. You're never wrong for how you think. It's how you act that causes the problem. So it's okay that you thought the way you thought. It's okay that you felt the way that you felt. Right? That emotion was real, and it's okay that you felt that way. And once you believe that it was okay that you felt that way, now you get to redefine that event. Now you get to tell yourself, I choose for this event to mean this for me. And you choose something positive, right? Because there are both positive and negative truths to just about every situation. But we as human beings, we tend to dwell on the negative ones, especially when we have emotional trauma in our lives. So what you do is you pick the truths that are the most beneficial to you, the most positive, right? And you remind yourself over and over and over again that that's what that event now means to you. So I use the experience of a mall shooting. This is the first really big incident I responded to as a police officer. And I started off saying that I wasn't fast enough, I wasn't good enough, that people died because I wasn't super cop, right? And eventually I had that event mean something different to me. Now it means, look, I have proof that when there's a situation, when there's an emergency, I can act, I can thoughtlessly act. And that's what I was training to do. And so I've chosen to now have that as the definition of that event. You can do the same thing too. Now once you do that, you can stop feeling guilty for whatever emotion you were feeling. And that guilt melts away over time. Once you tell yourself that same scenario over and over again, you redefine that over and over again, now it starts to mean something to you. You can hold your head high when you talk about that event, when you think about that event, and it helps to get rid of that guilt. So that's just one step. That's one part of eliminating the negative feelings that come with emotional trauma and then the self-doubt and all that stuff. So if you're feeling guilty and you have had some sort of emotional trauma, it's not just you, right? It's not you suffering all by yourself. One of the best things that anybody ever said to me was, "You're not special." And what they meant was PTSD, anxiety, depression is one of the most common mental illnesses today, right? Mental illness, mental health condition, whatever you want to call it, post-traumatic stress. It's one of the most common illnesses out there. It's really heavily studied. It's very, very clearly understood what's going on. The problem is we're just not getting it out enough, which is what I'm trying to help do. So just know you're okay. This isn't your fault. This isn't something that's just happening to you. So reach out. Get someone to help you. Get someone to help coach you through that. Message me. I respond to my messages on Facebook and my email. So reach out to me. I would love to chat with you. I'd love to help you through it. Just remember, if you're feeling guilty, not your fault, let's get you some help. So Jorey Hersher, I'm a trauma-informed life coach, and I would love to help you. Be safe. Take care. We'll talk to you later.